Here we're being asked to simplify an expression that involves the product of two fractions, each of which is being raised to a power, where both powers are negative. There are a couple ways to approach this problem, but the way that I feel is easiest would be to first apply the power of -3 to the numerator and denominator of the first fraction, and the power of -2 to the numerator and denominator of the second fraction. This results in the first fraction having a numerator of x to the -3rd power, and the denominator having a 2 to the -3rd power times y to the power of -9. Y to the third power raised to the -3 power is a situation where the exponents must be multiplied, so that becomes y to the -9th. And this is being multiplied by 4 to the power of -2 times x to the power of, again, the exponents are going to be multiplied, so the x is raised to the -4th power, 2 times -2, and in the denominator, y to the -4 power. At this point, we can see that every factor in both fractions are raised to a negative power. So what I'll do is I'll rewrite these without negative exponents. The first fraction becomes 2 cubed y to the 9th over x to the 3rd. And the second fraction becomes y to the 4th over 4 squared x to the 4th. For every factor, because it was raised to a negative power, it moved to the other side of the fraction bar. Those factors in the numerator with negative exponents move to the denominator, and all factors with a negative exponent in the denominator move to the numerator. Now, in multiplying fractions, you multiply across the numerators and across the denominators, and since 2 to the 3rd is 8, the numerator of the product is 8y to the 13th. 2 to the 3rd power is 8, and then y to the 9th times y to the 4th. When you multiply the same base, you add the exponents. 9 plus 4 is 13. In the denominator, 4 squared is 16, and I'll write that constant first. And then x to the 3rd times x to the 4th is x to the power of 3 plus 4, or x to the 7th. My final step will be to put this fraction in lowest terms. 8 over 16 can be reduced to 1 over 2. Because there's a factor of y to the 13th in the numerator, I don't have to write a 1 as a coefficient. I can just leave that as y to the 13th over 2 x to the 7th.